The NFL Today on CBS Sports is presented by Jeep.
And welcome back to the NFL Today. And now Amazon takes you out to the sights and sounds of the game between the Bengals and the Ravens. Let's send you out to Baltimore with our announcers, Greg Gumbel, Rich Gannon, and Amanda Balionis.
This is M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, the home of the 3-1 Baltimore Ravens. And today, they host their AFC North Division rivals, the Cincinnati Bengals. The hometown Ravens boast one of the most exciting players in the NFL in third-year quarterback Lamar Jackson. The visiting Bengals boast the highly regarded #1 pick overall in the draft, Heisman Trophy winner Joe Burrow. And with that, we say good afternoon, everyone, or good morning, wherever you might be. Greg Gumbel, along with Rich Gannon. Amanda Balionis will join us shortly. Welcome to Baltimore. You must be in heaven. There's so much quarterback talent on this field today, it's hard to believe.
Yeah, Greg, this is a division with some really impressive young players at the quarterback position. We have last year's reigning MVP, Lamar Jackson, and, of course, this year's #1 overall draft pick, Joe Burrow, who's thrown for 300 yards in each of his last 3 starts.
Let's start with the Ravens quarterback, Lamar Jackson. His talent, his athletic ability just scares defensive people to death.
Yeah, special defensive coordinators. I mean, he's just so unique with his physical skill set. And it's just unusual that we see a quarterback with that type of talent when it comes to running with the football. I think his ability to run with the football puts so much stress on a defense. Some of the runs are by design, like this one last week against Washington, and some are unscripted. And they may be the most difficult to defend. In the last 3 meetings between these two teams, Jackson has rushed for 336 yards alone. The Bengals have to be able to tackle the quarterback when he runs, and that was a problem a year ago as they were dead last in run defense, and that's a big reason why they spent a boatload of money in free agency to address that side of the ball.
Now, for the Bengals, at quarterback, the young man of whom so much is expected, he was able to grab his first win in the NFL last week.
Yeah, he looks really comfortable. I mean, he's very poised and composed. He's completing 66% of his passes right now. I think he's got a lot of the qualities that you want at the quarterback position. Most of all, he's smart, he's tough and dependable, and that's just what the Bengals need, a quarterback that they can rely on.
Now, Joe Burrow is going to be looking over at a Baltimore defense that's not just a test for a young quarterback. They give everybody a hard time.
Yeah, this is a defense that's always been good at getting after the quarterback. They're big up front. They've got linebackers that can run, and you better have a plan in your protection for how you're going to handle Matthew Judon. He had 2 sacks last week, 5 quarterback hits, and, of course, the secondary. Very experienced, especially at the cornerback position with Marcus Peters and Marlon Humphrey. Humphrey always seems to be around the football, and he's great at getting it out. Now, today I'm certain we'll see a lot of blitzes from the Ravens with an experienced rookie quarterback. With that being said, the Bengals have to be able to run the football with Joe Mixon, who's coming off his best performance of the season, rushing for 151 yards and 3 touchdowns in the win over Jacksonville.
All right, Rich, time for Do Project Smarter, presented by The Home Depot.
Well, Cincinnati has to find a way to get A.J. Green going. He's been missing in action the first month of the season with just 14 receptions and not a single touchdown, if you can believe that. When he's rolling, he can be a real difference maker. And Baltimore needs to keep finding tight end Mark Andrews, who has 14 touchdowns since the start of last season. That's tied for most in the league. He is such a big target for Jackson down in the red zone. And now for the keys to the game. The Ravens need to rattle the rookie quarterback. Getting some hits on Burrow early will help. And for the Bengals, they need to contain Lamar Jackson. Keep him in the pocket where he belongs.
Oh, you look for these all season long. A good old-fashioned rumble on tap between 2 AFC North rivals, the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. 3-1, Ravens, 1-2-1. Bengals, we're back after this message and a word from your local station. There are no guarantees where division rivalries are concerned. We have one here out of the AFC North, the Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens coming your way next. Kickoff right around the corner here on CBS.